Alright, so we are here with a Audi 2.7 head cylinder. We are going to be taking the cams out. Also, we are going to be taking out the valves. 15 on this one and 15 on the other head. Here are the tools we will need for the head cylinder. Starting off with our cam chain tensioner tool, a 10mm socket, a Torx 30, 3/8, whiteout, a 3/8 extension, a 5 hex ball socket or a 5 hex flat, half a tweezer, a full tweezers, a long tweezers, a 3/8 ratchet, a flashlight, a valve compressor, a plastic bag, Sharpie marker, and our TDC bar, and of course gloves. So as you can see, our heads are not at top dead center on both sides. Let me get the flashlight and show you. Our heads are not at top dead center. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our TDC bar and put it at top dead center. Alright, so our cams are at top dead center. As you can see, top dead center. The notch is right there, and the other one is right here, as you can see. So what you want to do, you want to get your cam chain tensioner tool, and you want to make sure it's right here. Push that down. Get your 5 hex or 5 ball hex, and you thread it in. Once you thread it in, like I am trying to get right now, you want to take your 3/8 ratchet and as you're tightening, you're going to see the chain start to decompress. So what I'm going to do is take off the cover for this, and it's 210s. But before I do that, I'm going to take off our cam gear pulley. Alright. Alright. Loosen that. Take the bar off. With this bad boy on, Alright. And then I'm gonna tighten this. You're gonna hear a violent pop, so just beware. Comes off. And voila. Now our cam gear is off. Cam gear is off. And then we're going to take out our two 10mm bolts, which is one right here and one right here. Oops. And one down here as well that I missed. So clunky. Now we have our cover off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take off my cam cap cover for the camshaft sensor. This one too. And that's it, cover off. Now what we're gonna do is take our TDC bar, right, put it back at top dead center. Right there. Yes, right there. Right there. So we are now back at top dead center. Okay, so what I'm now gonna do is take out the T30 bolts from the cam caps. For diagonal order. And then these two are obviously up and down. I'm gonna do the same for this side as well, for the intake side as well. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I lost myself, so I'm gonna just take this out. It happens to the best of us. Take this out right here. The cam chain tensioner. Okay, so I went ahead and loosened all my screws. Also, I went ahead and got some extra Ziploc bags. So what you want to do, take out all the screws for the exhaust side. I'm done. Got a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to label this behind the scenes as exhaust. Screws. Exhaust screws. Then I'm gonna take these out. And I'm going to label this as intake screws and camshaft tensioner screw. I'm going to label this as that. I'm going to take out these five, starting off with the cam bore cover. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to take both intake and exhaust cam caps off. I put them in the bag. As you see, this is milky. This had oil and coolant flowing through it, so this was definitely in need of a rebuild. Look at that. And then we have our big piece right here. take off our valve cover gasket. And we take out our 3 screws right here at the side for the cam chain tensioner. Alright, so we're going to take our piece up, put this also in the bag, take this out. We're going to lift up our cam chain tensioner as one. If you lose the order, it will get out of time and you would have to retime it. Alright, so now that we have our cam caps out, we can now lift up the cam chain tensioner. But before we do that, so you won't get confused if you're doing your own cams, what I'm going to do is use whiteout to tell me which side is which. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a piece of paper towel and I'm wiping off the ends. And what I'm going to do, look very closely, right here, I'm going to write P for passenger, so I know this head and these cams go specifically for the passenger side. So what I'm going to do is take my whiteout and put P right here for passenger. Okay, here's the whiteout. So we're writing P. For passenger. Same thing for this one. P for passenger. And also what I'm doing is, in case if I lose the top dead center in the chains, what I will do is mark the 16 link. So our mark is right here. So as I rotate it, I'm gonna put the mark where the 16 link goes. So as you see here, I went ahead and put whiteout on the 16th link. So if you don't believe me, you can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's 16 counts. So now what I would do is take your time and lift up the cams out of the housing. Make sure they stay like this and they won't move, so you won't lose your timing, and put it in a safe place. So now the next thing I'm going to do is take out my cam buckets, which are these. They are magnetic, but unfortunately I don't have a magnet at the moment, so I'm going to use this pliers to take them out one by one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out one by one, and I will show you right now. Like that. Caught it. This on the table. Next, we are going to set up our valve spring compressor tool. So here's the pieces. We're going to set them up. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to take our valve compressor tool. We're going to put it in one, like this. Then we're going to compress it on our valve, our intake valve. And then we're going to spin this to compress the spring inside. So now we take our long 5 hex, put it in here, spin this to compress the spring on the inside. Compress, compress, compress. Just enough where the spring compresses down inside. Now here's where the flashlight comes in. You see, though, you see right there where that ring is? Right there where that ring is, right inside. Those are the keepers. So what you want to do, you want to take a needle nose tweezer and try to get the keepers out. And the space is so minimal, it's very hard to see. It's very, very hard to see. Trying my best for you guys for this camera to focus. Right there. So I will show you guys what the keepers look like once I get this out. So this is what the keepers look like. And it's 2 per valve. The other one, you have to rotate it. Rotate it, rotate it. Rotate, it's still on the valve. There we go. Here's the second one. Those are the keepers. Put that aside. And then you decompress the valve. Once you decompress the valve, you have your retainer, you have your spring, and you have your valve. And this was gunky. Yeah. And you have your valve. And I have to do this for all 30 of these. So it's not easy as you think it is. So what I'm going to do is put this on a time lapse because this is going to take longer than I'm expecting. I expect me to get it done in 30 minutes. And I'm pretty sure you guys want to watch me take one by one out in 30 minutes. So I'm going to put a time lapse on it. So let the games begin. As you can see, all the exhaust valves are out. And all the intake valves are out as well. And here are all the intake and exhaust valves that came out. Keeper, bucket, valve, spring, retainer. And then same as exhaust, spring, retainer inside, bucket keepers. So this is how you take out the exhaust and intake valves along with the cams. Like, comment, subscribe for part 2, how to reinstall all of this back, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.